Bonjour, bonsoir Kerry, j'espère que tu vas bien. Nous sommes le samedi 14. Nous sommes le samedi 14 septembre. Il est actuellement 7h46 du soir ou 19h46. So, the last time we were the 1st, September 1st, so we're going to say le dimanche 1er septembre. Dimanche 1er septembre. Dimanche 1er septembre 2019. Ok, 19. Quelle heure est-il maintenant? Il est 7h47, 19h47. Quel temps fait-il maintenant? Il fait beau, il fait chaud, il fait bon. Est-ce que tu vas à l'école demain? Non. Pourquoi? C'est le 1er mai ou 1er septembre. Okay, well, this is every time the first of the month we're going to use premier. Okay, we're not going to say un. So, jour du travail. I'm not going to school tomorrow. Je ne vais pas à l'école demain. Okay. Je ne vais pas à l'école demain parce que c'est la fête du travail. Labour's Day. So, if you want to say the first in French, well, you need to know what you're talking about. If it's a noun, masculine singular, masculine féminin singular, masculine plural, and féminin plural. Le premier, la première, les premiers, les premières. Okay? So, after we have le deuxième, la deuxième, les deuxièmes. We just have 3 options. The first, first we have 4 options. Second, third, fourth, etc. It's going to just be 3 options. Masculine singular, feminine singular, and masculine, feminine plural. So just 3 options. Okay. So, la deuxième, les deuxièmes, with an S, le deuxième. Donc, c'est le second, la seconde. Hein. Troisième, le troisième, la troisième, les troisièmes. Le, la, les quatrièmes, le, la, les cinquièmes, le, la, les sixièmes, le, la, les septièmes, huitièmes, neuvième, dixième. Okay. So, this link is gonna work. Okay, let's see. Okay. Préparons une omelette. I'm using Safari, so Safari doesn't really like too much flash on my computer for some reason. So, préparons une omelette. It's like, let's prepare an omelette. It's an imperative. It's talking about nous, us. Okay, I hope it's gonna work. So, also, I don't know if it's here, but at the time I sent you 2 emails, this one, about en and y, and some exercises. Okay, so en y, those are 2 pronouns, and they replace the complement. So ideally you should print that out, keep it safe somewhere. And we have the first preposition en, that they say let's first start by defining en as a pronoun. Be sure not to confuse it with the preposition en. It is used for many reasons and in many contexts. Here are the most important ones. En is a pronoun that replaces de, or an indefinite determiner, like it's a partitive, it's an indefinite quantity here, such as du, de à l'apostrophe, de la, des, plus a noun. So we can translate that as, we can say it's some of it, not any, in a negative context. So let's use some examples. Hein? Je veux du fromage, j'en veux. Je mange du fromage, j'en mange. Voulez-vous du café? Would you like some coffee? Oui, j'en veux. Yeah, I would like some. Voulez-vous un peu de sucre dans votre café? Would you like a little sugar in the coffee? Non, merci, je n'en veux pas. Est-ce que vous... This one, no, not yet. Avez-vous parlé de vos vacances? Did you you talk about your holidays. Oui, nous en avons parlé. We talked about them, or we talked about it. We talked about them because it's better. So basically, every time we have du sucre, un peu de, it can be a definite quantity or indefinite quantity. Well, we can replace that with en. Okay. However, if the command is negative, en goes back in front of the verb. Ne m'en parle plus. This is an imperative. Imperative, we have the pronoun after, and if we want the negative form, we have the pronoun before the verb. Un peu de crème, oui, j'en veux. Okay, so we place en before the verb, basically. Okay. We have some everyday expressions, close to being idiomatic expressions. Je m'en vais, I'm leaving. That comes from the verb s'en aller. So we don't replace a complement, nothing. It's just an everyday expression. So je m'en vais, I'm off, I'm leaving. J'en ai assez, I've had enough, I'm tired of it, I'm fed up. J'en ai marre, I'm tired. Je m'en fiche, I don't care. Je n'en peux plus, I cannot handle this anymore. Ne vous en faites pas, don't worry about it. Je lui en veux, ou j'en veux à, I cannot forgive him. I'm upset with this person. There is also the pronoun why, which replaces a location. Okay, so a location, a place, usually prepositional phrase begins with chez, à, chez, dans. So you can translate why by there. Even though you don't need to add there systematically in English, you will need it in French. Est-ce que tu vas chez Annick aujourd'hui? Oui, j'y vais. Nous allons au marché. Nous y allons. Again, we bring this pronoun before the verb. For the time being, we're going to just stick to that. Coming back to this, well, let's see if it's going to work. Let's see. I think it was somewhere. No. I don't know what's going on. Let me check. This one. Une fourchette, une cuillère, une assiette. Un poisson, des tomates, des olives, des cornichons. Okay, start. Okay.
Bienvenue en cuisine.
It's looking for a recipe.
Nous préparons une omelette au jambon et au fromage.
Ham and
Très
cheese.
facile.
Okay, les ingrédients.
D'abord, vous avez besoin de 6 œufs.
6 œufs. We don't pronounce the F. Sel. 100 ml de... Ok.
Battez les œufs et le sel dans un grand bol.
Battez. Whisk. Beat up, if you want.
Prenez 100 ml de lait.
Hop, milk.
Ajoutez le lait.
Add.
Mélangez bien.
Mélanger, mix. Well.
Prenez 250 g de jambon.
Jambon, ham.
Coupez le jambon en petits morceaux.
Couper, cut, chop.
Faites frire le jambon et l'oignon dans une poêle.
Faites frire. C'est like fry. Make fry. But faire is to do, to make. To fry ham, onions in a pan. On a pan.
Versez les œufs dans la poêle.
Verser pour.
Faites cuire l'omelette pendant 2 minutes.
Faites cuire. Cook the omelette for 2 minutes.
Maintenant, prenez 125 grammes de fromage.
Cheese.
Râpez le fromage.
Râper. Great. Ah, râper. C'est râper? Gratter. Sorry. I couldn't hear. Ah, I need to turn up the sound because I cannot hear a thing.
Râpez le fromage.
Yeah, râper. Râper should be like that. No. There is a... Sorry about that. There we go.
Ajoutez le fromage et le persil à l'omelette.
Ajoutez le fromage, add, also that.
Faites cuire encore 2 minutes.
Faire cuire, cook 2 more minutes.
Et voilà, c'est prêt.
Voilà, it's ready. There we go. Bon appétit et à la prochaine. See you
Bon
next time.
appétit. Et à la prochaine.
There we go. So that's something that can be very nice, you know, to do on a regular basis because you can learn a recipe and you can also learn some vocabulary as long as you learn them. Préparons, let's prepare, préparer. Hein. Est-ce que tu aimes les omelettes? Oui, j'aime les omelettes. Quelle est ton omelette préférée? J'aime l'omelette au saumon, salmon, au fromage, cheese, aux épinards, spinach. Et toi, j'aime l'omelette au jambon. Donc les ingrédients, 6 œufs avec un S, du sel, battez, beat up, whisk, ajoutez, add, mélangez, whisk, mix. Prenez 250 grammes de jambon. Prenez take, hein. Coupez, cut, small pieces. Faites frire. Frire is to fry. Stir fry. Versez, pour the eggs on the pan. We say in French, in. 2 minutes, hein, pendant, during, for. Râper, gratter. Ajouter, add. Okay. So that's quite easy. So, une fourchette, une cuillère. So this is better to write it like that with an I here. Okay. Une assiette, plate. Un couteau, a knife. Un verre, a glass, a cup. Une serviette, a napkin. Okay. So this is what I did at the beginning. All replaces, let's say, an indefinite quantity. As long as you have du, de la, des, you can replace this and the noun coming after, and you can replace the whole package with en. And you bring en before the verb. Okay? So, why replaces a location, a place? So if I want to say je mange de la glace, j'en mange. Je mange des pâtes, j'en mange. Je bois de l'eau.